Well, good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. Definitely a beautiful way to start off our weekend, but we are tracking a few showers, so definitely keep it here. We'll have a look at that forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, Brittany Ward there in the Weather Center. Thank you so much. Happening this morning, a string of violence in a city on edge. A very violent couple of days in our nation's capital. We are listening to the police scanners. We have late details.
Plus, under the microscope with officer-involved shootings on the rise, there's growing calls for more transparency into how D.C. police respond to crime. This morning, we're hearing protesters' calls. Also this morning, play ball or game delay. What exactly happened at the congressional baseball game? Our news team was there to find out.
Protecting your 401k. Our Chris Cimitino is live in the studio with everything you need to know about being financially smart in this unpredictable economy.
And later on, from yellow to blue, while we might not be seeing those yellow Spirit airplanes in the skies for much longer.
And a live look there at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, the White House, waking up to this beautiful, as Brittany said, it's Saturday morning. Good morning, and thank you so much for being here with us. I am Joseph Olmo.
And I'm Michaela Newton, and we'll get to your top stories in just a few minutes. But first, Brittany, hopefully we're not as warm as we were last weekend. And what are we actually? Yeah, it was a lot. But what are we seeing?
Well, I do have some good news. We're not expecting to be in the 90s like we were last weekend, but we will be in the 80s, and it will be dry. So this is kind of going to be the pick of the week, because come tomorrow, we're going to see a few showers. Let's take a look at satellite and radar showing you what we've been seeing over the past couple of hours. We saw that cold front finally move out of our area, and thanks to that cold front is the reason why we saw a few spotty showers and thunderstorms yesterday. Now you can see right now we are pretty dry across the mid-Atlantic. Some of us are waking up to a few clouds, especially over off into the mountains, but overall we're going to be seeing some sunny skies as we head through our Saturday. So again, today is definitely going to be the pick of the weekend. Temperatures right now are still pretty warm out there. Some of us still holding on to those 60-degree mark. 63 in Martinsburg, Virginia, 65 in Hagerstown, Maryland, 68 over there in Frederick, heading down to the capital, 74 degrees, 72 in Wardolph. So overall, it is going to be a warm morning, and it's overall going to be a nice day. Less humidity is what we're going to be seeing, and our temperatures are going to be in the mid-80s. Now, again, we are tracking a few showers for our Sunday, so definitely keep it here. We'll have a look at Futurecast and what to expect for your work week coming up in just a bit.
All right, Brittany, thanks so much. Our top story this morning, it was another violent evening in Washington, D.C. We're tracking several different shootings as we come on the air, and we begin on Alabama Avenue Southeast.
Yeah, the shooting happened again on Alabama Avenue. A female was shot. We don't have the names of the victims or any additional details, but we will keep you updated as we learn them. Meanwhile, on Valley Avenue Southeast, right by the D.C.-Maryland border, a man was found shot dead. Again, this is on Valley Avenue. Also in Southeast, police say that 2 men and a woman were shot on MLK Avenue, right by the MLK Junior Elementary School. They are also investigating a shooting that happened just 1 block over. Police haven't announced any arrests in either of those 2 cases.
And developing now with the number of shootings growing by the day, D.C. police say it could take their investigators weeks to figure out just how many suspects are responsible for the string in violent crime.
Yeah, well, it comes as voices in the community are growing louder, calling on the district's top leaders to be more open and transparent when police have to get involved.
Yeah, DC News Now's Mariel Carbone listened to those concerns less than 1 month after an off-duty officer or commander shot and killed a man at the wharf. Take a look.
The issue is communal. The issue is systemic.
And it's an issue local organizers want to see change. Systematic racism, they say, is happening in policing.
This is nothing new to MPD. MPD has been violently and overly policing our neighborhoods for a long time now.
The demand comes as police investigate 2 incidents. Last week, police released this video of an officer-involved shooting. Commander Jason Bagshaw, while off duty, fatally shot Lazarus Wilson, a black man who is armed, pointing a gun. Friday,
he's eating it. Open your mouth or I'm going to spray you.
MPD released this video from June where a white officer puts his knee on the neck of a black man he's arresting. Police say they witnessed the man buy drugs and were trying to get them out of his mouth. Both actions are considered serious uses of force by the department.
We are calling for the transformation of policing in our society. so that it no longer serves as an agent of anti-black racism, and so that black people are no longer targeted, harassed, and murdered by police.
According to MPD, neck restraints are against both city and department policy. The officer's actions are being investigated by the U.S. Attorney's Office. So is the shooting, which Taylor says didn't have to happen.
This system is not built for black people. Lazarus Wilson could have had a gun, and Lazarus Wilson could still be here going in front of the judge and jury.
Well, the use of ghost guns has become a problem across the country. The Prince George's County Crime Solvers Unit created a new program to help with get these guns off the streets. Our Yamari Sase covers Prince George's County and shows us how it works.
We want the illegal guns and the illegal use of guns off the street. It's captivating our communities and holding our communities hostage.
Finding ways to create a safer community. That's what William Steen, Chair of Board of Directors for Prince George's County Crime Solvers, says they hope to do with their new illegal gun reward program.
Our Board of Directors came up with a subcommittee to implement this specific program, which is specifically geared for information, obtaining information on either illegal guns, such as the ghost guns that you mentioned, or information on the illegal use of guns.
The process is simple. You submit a tip anonymously to the phone number through their app or on their website. The information is handed over to law enforcement, and you can receive up to $2,000.
We're a board of directors of, residents and business owners and community activists, and so coming together and doing this is just our part in helping everyone pitch in to create a safer community.
As of June, Prince George's County Police has taken more than 800 guns off the streets. It's not confirmed how many of them were ghost guns. Steen says it will take a team effort to create safer neighborhoods.
There need to be a number of different avenues coming together in order to, to curb this, including learning how to mediate and negotiate issues other than grabbing a firearm.
But the big question is, will this reduce the number of ghost guns on the streets?
We can only hope, but to sit on the sidelines and do nothing and speculate and hope, and without doing any action, I think is an inaction in itself.
Reporting in Prince George's County, Maryland, I'm Yamari Sase, DC News Now.
All right, Yamari, thank you. It is a humanitarian crisis, and it's happening right here in the district. That is how D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser is describing the situation right now, as thousands of migrants from the southern border states of Texas and Arizona are being bused to the nation's capital.
We see it with people who are coming to the United States from Ukraine. So there is a robust federal response that helps people with transportation on to their final destinations, and in even getting them a legal route to work.
Yeah, Mayor Bowser there now calling the National Guard and federal government for help, as she only expects the number of migrants arriving in the city to grow.
And viral video obtained by DC News Now shows a police officer snatching signs from climate change protesters at Thursday night's congressional baseball game at Nats Park. Take a look. And DC News Now was there as protesters swarmed the game, demanding President Biden declare a climate emergency. They also want lawmakers to stop projects that include fossil fuels. Now, people on social media questioned the officers' actions in the video, but according to the National's official policy, banners and signs that contain political affiliation are not allowed at the park.
Well, the woman charged with shooting her husband inside the Mandarin Oriental Hotel is staying behind bars. The first court appearance for Shantiri Weems was just yesterday. Our reporter inside the courtroom says the judge decided there are no conditions in which she can release Weems because of what she is charged with. So a quick recap for you here. Members of Weems' family became very emotional when they learned her fate. According to court documents, Weems says she shot her husband, James Weems Jr., during an argument over child abuse allegations. She says parents whose children go to the daycare she owns told her that her husband was molesting their kids. Now, it's when she confronted him about it that she says all of this escalated into the shooting. Her husband is now being charged with 13 sex crimes against at least 3 children in Baltimore County. Her next court hearing will be August 9th.
If she is not released tomorrow, there's a likelihood that she will sit inside of that prison cell or that jail cell until her case is adjudicated, until the outcome of her case, which can be upwards to 2 years.
Yeah, the D.C. Health Department is opening up another monkeypox clinic, this time in Ward 8, which is in Southeast. The clinic opens this upcoming Monday, but appointments there are already open. This morning, the CDC reports that there have been 214 confirmed cases of monkeypox in the district so far. D.C. has given out about 7,000 doses of the vaccine, and 2,200 more people have already signed up to get their shots.
Well, President Joe Biden rejecting claims the U.S. is in a recession, despite a new federal report showing the economy is shrinking for the second time in a row last quarter. Our DC's Raquel Martin has a story.
Republicans say Americans should brace themselves. After Thursday, a new federal report showed the economy shrank for the second quarter in a row.
Democrats have plunged America into a recession.
Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell blames President Biden's policies for soaring inflation he says is at the root of the problem.
Democrats inherited an economy that was primed for an historic comeback and promptly ran it straight into the ground.
While typically economists define a recession as 2 consecutive quarters of economic decline, the White House isn't sold.
We're not in a recession.
Thursday, President Joe Biden said considering record low unemployment and strong consumer spending, he believes the country is on the right track. He also says Congress is on its way to relieve Americans of inflation. Thursday, the House passed the CHIPS Act, a bipartisan manufacturing bill supporters say will bring consumer costs down. And now Democrats, led by West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin, are reviving key parts of the president's economic agenda, designed to lower prescription drug prices and shrink the federal deficit.
Not a Democrat bill. This is not a Republican bill. This is an American bill.
But no Republicans are on board. West Virginia Republican Senator Shelley Moore Capito says Democrats' inflation-fighting bill
will fuel this fire of inflation even more.
Well, if you have a 401k, you might have seen a dip in your account. Factors like inflation and the war in Ukraine have contributed to why we have seen the stock market dip this year.
And with talks of whether or not the U.S. will head into a potential recession, you may be wondering how you can protect your 401k. DC News Now's Chrissy Matino is live in the studio now. Good morning, Chrissy. What can you tell us?
Good morning, guys. Personally, I wanted to do this story because, as I am sure many can relate, I was very disappointed in how much money I was losing in my 401k in recent months. And while the stock market has been doing better this month, which is a promising sign, I wanted to find out why we have seen a dip this year. Should I contribute less of my paycheck, and how long we may expect this to last?
Most 401ks are invested in an age-appropriate mix of stocks and bonds, with stocks usually making up the bulk of it. And that's why we're seeing 401k balances drop.
You're putting money in and seeing it come out, and your initial reaction may be to contribute less or even cash out. But certified financial planner Matthew Frankel says that's a costly decision.
It's really a good time to take a step back. Don't cash out no matter what you do. Don't get out of stocks. A lot of people will say, okay, I'll leave my money in my 401k, but I want it completely out of any funds that have to do with stocks, which is also generally a bad idea.
In fact, you should actually consider contributing the same amount or more.
It's common knowledge that the point of investing is to buy low and sell high, but by either cashing out or getting out of stocks, you're literally doing the opposite.
And as the market ebbs and flows and talks of a potential recession are on the horizon, you may wonder how long it will take to see your portfolio recover.
Market timing is generally a losing battle. We've had recessions last for a couple months, like the one at the start of the COVID pandemic. We've had recessions last for a couple years. It's historically been a great time to invest from a long-term perspective.
Yeah, lots of great information there. Now, I also asked, how much of your paycheck should you contribute monthly? Frankel says it should be whatever the employer is willing to match. He recommends eventually being able to get to the point where you save at least 10% of your paycheck per month. Reporting in studio, Christy Matino, DC News Now.
Wouldn't we all love that? All right, Christy, thank you so much.
All right, Chrissy, thanks so much. Now, with that much pain at the pump, many people are choosing a different route and going with public transit instead.
Yeah, now there's a program in Maryland's largest county that's helping commuters with their monthly travel expenses. Cheyenne Corinne covers Montgomery County for us.
The Fair Share program offers tax-free reimbursements to local businesses that help employees cover the expense of commuting to work.
As we all know, costs are going up for everybody, and so costs for commuting have been going up precipitously.
Commuters who get to work by public transit or van pool can get up to $280 back a month. MCDOT says with gas prices so high, they're trying to find new ways to make transportation less expensive and more convenient.
For somebody who was driving, that can significantly impact the cost of their commute. So looking at other options just to make their commute more affordable, lends itself to this program.
The program also benefits employers because not only does the state give them a tax credit, but it helps with recruitment and retention efforts.
We're in a situation now where many employers are really desperate for employees, for workers, and this can help broaden the reach of where they can recruit.
MCDOT also is trying to get the word out about this program now because starting Monday, the ride-on service is reinstating fares. But it is cutting the price. Riders will pay $1 instead of $2. Reporting in Montgomery County, Maryland, I'm Cheyenne Corinne for DC News Now.
Well, as you know, DC News Now is your local election headquarters. And now, more than a week after Election Day in Maryland, most races have been called, but there is one big one that is not. We are still waiting to figure out who can claim victory in that Democratic primary for Montgomery County Executive. After all, whoever wins this Democratic primary will most likely become the next county executive, given just how blue Maryland's largest county leans. Right now, David Blair on the right-hand side of your screen is clinging to a razor-thin lead over Mark Elrich, the incumbent county executive, beating him by less than 200 votes. The two have swapped leads over the past week and a half. It is possible we won't know the winner until next week, but we'll keep you updated.